to another video. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for being here. Today we're doing a full face of makeup from the brand Essence, which is currently the most affordable brand of makeup that you can buy, even cheaper than like Wet n Wild and e.l.f. So this is the full face. Spoiler alert, we have some major hits in this video. A lot of the products I'm super impressed with and surprised by. So grab your comfy clothes and a coffee. We're going for like cozy Saturday afternoon makeup vibes here. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, it feels sort of weird to be sitting back down and filming. It's been probably about a month since I actually filmed a video. I had a bunch like pre-filmed before our Africa trip, so I could kind of have some time off after our trip to get caught up on some stuff. And very true to myself, but very unfortunately, I left my laptop in the overhead bin of the plane and the airline says they can't find it. So I lost all the videos that I pre-filmed, but that's okay. So I'm in my comfy giant 2XL t-shirt today. I got my little iced coffee. It's kind of like a gloomy Saturday afternoon. I just got home from a bike ride, so comfy, cozy. We're gonna try some makeup and just kind of play around. I'm very excited. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with eyes today. So I don't have an eye primer from Essence, so I'm actually gonna use their concealer. This is the Keep Me Covered concealer. They say it has aloe vera, no fragrance, no silicones. It's also vegan. We'll kind of come back to this when I actually apply it as concealer. So I'm just gonna apply this quickly to my eyelids as a base for the shadow. As a quick life update while I'm doing this, we just got home from Africa. It was the best trip of my entire life. Like, I don't know that I'll ever be able to go on a trip that's better than that. It was amazing. I will have a video, probably the next video after this one should be my video about Africa. There's a lot of footage and pictures and stuff to go through, obviously, so it's just taking me a little bit of time to edit, but hopefully that'll be up in a few weeks here. Okay. We're gonna start with some eyeshadow. I have the Dancing Green, kind of a play on words like Dancing Queen, eyeshadow palette. So it's this little tiny thing, and it is a 6-pan shadow, kind of just neutrally greens in here. I've swatched a few of them, so that's why they look like that, but I haven't actually put them on my eyes yet. I don't usually wear like colored eyeshadow. I stick to taupes, browns, nudes. I occasionally throw in like a mauvey pink, or if I'm really wanting to go crazy, I'll throw in a lavender, but that's very rare. So I don't know if I've ever worn green eyeshadow, but I've seen them look really pretty on other people. So I thought that this would be a fun time to try it. So I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start with this kind of corner taupey brown shade just in the crease, and we'll kind of go from there. It's a nice formula so far. Like, it doesn't feel, a lot of drugstore eyeshadow palettes that aren't good quality feel very chalky when you put them on the eye, and this doesn't feel like that at all. It feels actually very blendable and kind of buttery smooth. So I would say quality just off the first use is really good, actually. I'm impressed. So I think I'm going to actually take, since my outer shade is so dark, I'm actually going to take this kind of deep green and put it here on the like mid of the lid, and then I'm going to take this lighter green on the inner corner just to kind of use some different colors and see what they look like on the eye, and then this will be kind of like a nice gradient going from this, which turned out a lot darker, to this to this. Oh yeah, nice and pigmented. I'm actually so impressed with the quality of these eyeshadows so far for a few dollars. I was honestly expecting like the mattes to not be super blendable or the shimmers to not be this pigmented, but look at that shimmer in the green color. It's beautiful. So I am giving this tiny little few dollar eyeshadow palette a huge A+. Actually back into this deeper brown and just kind of blend that into the green glitter that I put on. Those glitters are really pigmented and just super great, super easy to use. So Like I said, I'm impressed with this palette. I would 100% recommend it, and I will also probably look into what other color stories they have in this brand because I'm like really impressed. You would not expect that this was only a few dollars with the quality of these shadows. I'm blown away. It's great. I mean, the shimmers are so pigmented, the mattes are so blendable. That is like hard to get even from a high-end shadow palette sometimes. So for this to only be a few dollars, perfection. Okay, next we're gonna go in with eyeliner. I have the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. They say it is 18-hour wear and waterproof. And I got the shade 02 Hot Chocolate, so just kind of your basic retractable eye pencil. I did get it in hot chocolate, so it's like a nice brown. Oh, look at that. It is actually noticeably brown. I feel like a lot of liners these days that say they're gonna be brown, once you kind of swatch them, they look exactly like a black eyeshadow, but this one you can't actually tell is brown. So if you're looking for a brown shadow, it's got a nice brown color to it. Okay, eyeliner is on. I'm actually really happy that I bought the brown shade. I very rarely wear green eyeshadow. I mean, I never wear green eyeshadow, and I also very rarely wear brown eyeliner where it's noticeably brown, and I think it actually looks really pretty, one, on my skin tone with my eye color, and two, it looks really good with the green shadows. I think they look really nice paired together, so I'm happy with that so far. I will say the eyeliner, I had to kind of go over the same area of my eye, like I was kind of drawing in the same area for longer than I normally would with an eyeliner, so it just like took a little while to get pigment and build up. But you know, it is only a few dollars, so I'm not faulting it too hard on that. I'll have to obviously wear it for a little while because that'll be the big test. Like, is it actually waterproof? Does it smudge and run throughout the day? That kind of thing. I will try and update with some wear notes in the description box, or maybe I'll pop a clip in at the end of this video, kind of what it looks like at the end of the day, something like that. So I'll try and give you guys an update somehow on how it wears, but so far, so good-ish. I mean, I would say if you don't mind drawing a little bit longer than you would with other eyeliners, it's okay. Okay, we're gonna go into brows next. I got the Thick and Wow Fixing Brow Mascara with Volumizing Fibers. And this is the shade 01 Caramel Blonde. So it's in this nice little tube, and it has a spoolie, I believe. Yep, a spoolie. It's actually a really big spoolie for an eyebrow gel. I don't have it in front of me, but normally I use the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and the spoolie is probably like a third of this size. This is quite a large spoolie for eyebrows, but that's okay. The color looks like it's gonna be pretty close to my blonde, so that'll be nice. Okay, so the giant spoolie isn't an issue actually. It really grips your hair, honestly, better than any eyebrow product I've used, to be honest. Like, something about the material that these fibers on the brush are made out of, like, almost like I would say pulls your eyebrow hair, but not in a painful way. Like, it just tugs them so that your hair goes the exact direction that you're brushing without being stubborn. Like, it really kind of grips the hairs and puts them where you want them. So that was super easy. I'm gonna warn you right now, I have jacked up eyebrows. You can kind of see right here where I'm missing like half my eyebrow here. I have a scar here, so my hair doesn't quite grow in on this top part. So my eyebrows literally never even kind of look similar. I know the saying is like your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters and not twins, but my eyebrows are like maybe distant relatives that have never met each other because they never look the same. So then it's just, I'm putting that warning out now that this eyebrow is not gonna look great. And that's not at the fault of the product, that is just my eyebrow. Yeah, so easy to work with. I really like the way that this grips my brow hairs. I thought, like I said, I thought that this spoolie was gonna be too hard to work with because it's so big, but actually it works so well. Like, if you like the really spiky, kind of fluffed up eyebrow, almost like the soap brow look, you should give this stuff a try. You can get your eyebrows in any position you want them with this thing. Honestly, it grips them so well. Like I said with the eyeliner, like I'll have to do kind of a wear test update and just kind of update you on like if my eyebrows flatten throughout the day or something. See what I mean? They're not even kind of similar, but I will update later in the video or in the description box on how well my eyebrows lasted. Did they start to get crunchy, anything like that? As of right now, like it's already set down and they don't feel, they feel hard, like they're in place, but they don't have that like flaky, gluey, uncomfortable crunch to them. So far I'm actually a huge fan of this and I'm surprised by that. Let's do some mascara real quick and then we will move on to base. So for mascara, I have the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I have the waterproof one, so it's blue. If you don't want the waterproof one, it'll look exactly like this, but all the color will be green instead. So if you haven't heard of this stuff, you might be living under a rock, to be honest with you. This is probably one of the most popular mascaras and has been for a very, very long time for good reason. I have used this for years. If you know me, I've probably told you to buy it. I've probably recommended it to you. It's a really good one. And it's like $4 at Ulta or on Amazon. Like I said, I use the waterproof one. It stays on extremely well. It is hard to get off with even a really good cleansing balm, but I make the sacrifice because it stays on so well. I can sweat in it, I can cry, I could swim. It will still be on my eyelashes, so I love it. This is actually the only mascara that I can use without curling my lashes, and they look just as good as they would have if I curled them. So that never happens to me with any mascaras. Not my Thrive one, not my Tower 28 one that I love, only this one. So I'm not even gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna do one coat on both sides and then I will show you what it looks like after one coat. Then we'll do a second coat and show you from that too. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in real quick again. A little bit. All right, one coat of the mascara. Here is the second coat. I kind of move back so you can see from far away too. See what I mean? But it really does give you that like false lash effect. I know it's a little bit harder to tell with how dark my eyeshadow is, unfortunately. Maybe if I turn to the side, you can kind of see. It works so well. And my lashes will hold like this all day, through all weather, through sweating, through everything. Like, I don't know what's in this, but it's absolutely magical. Like, no other mascara lasts like this as well as this one does. Works this well without curling my lashes. This is quite honestly like top tier mascara for $4. All right, let's put some base makeup on. We're gonna start with primer. I have the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. Hydrating and smoothing base with watermelon water and niacinamides. They say it's 93% natural ingredients for extra smooth and glowy skin with a quick absorbing gel texture, and it's dermatologist improved. Yeah, that's pretty much all it says. There's no instructions on how to apply it or anything like that. It's in this cute little pink bottle. The serum itself kind of has this like milky pink consistency to it and a very strong watermelon smell. I just, you know, I get the fun behind having scents in our products. Like, I know a lot of people like that kind of thing. I'm not one of those people, especially when it's something I'm putting directly on my skin, like a primer, like a foundation, like a moisturizer. I don't want fragrance in those kinds of things. It is irritating for your skin. It's pointless. Like, we just really don't need artificial fragrances on our skin, but that's enough of that rant. Let's try the primer. I'm just going to start with a pump just kind of on my finger and go in. It doesn't seem to have, it just feels like a serum. Feels just like my skincare I would put on. So it doesn't feel like it's going to have any kind of gripping properties. It doesn't feel like it's going to really do much in terms of like smoothing out my makeup, like filling in pores or fine lines or anything like that. I would say this isn't something I could see needing in my routine because I have a good skincare routine that I put on before doing my makeup. If you don't and you're looking for something to give you a nice hydrated and glowy base like this on your makeup, this might be good if you can stand the smell. Otherwise, like, It's not tacky, like it's not giving me any kind of filling that would help grip my makeup. There's no pore filling going on. There is a nice glow, but I can achieve this with my vitamin C and stuff that I usually put on before my makeup. So while I don't think it's terrible, it doesn't seem like something I would have a huge use for in my makeup routine. And quite honestly, I never want to put this on my face again because the smell is so strong. Like, this reminds me of lip smackers when I was a kid, which I like the smell, especially my lip glosses. Like, I love it, but on my face, it is so strong. Like, it feels like I just dumped a bottle of lip smacker gloss onto my skin. It's really strong. Okay, moving on to foundation. We have the Keep Me Covered Long Lasting Foundation. They say it's transfer and waterproof. I have the shade 70 Warm Shell. It looks like it might be a little bit dark for me, but that's okay, we'll make it work. They say it's a silky, lightweight texture, smooth matte finish, medium to high coverage for up to 16 hours. It contains aloe vera, and it's waterproof. And the only directions are to shake well before use. There's no directions on best way to apply. So I'm going to do half with a sponge and half with a brush just to kind of compare and see what we think from there. I never really use, oh, and it does have a pump, so that's nice. Always nice to have a pump. I never really use matte foundations. I'm typically a like glowier skin type of person just because I have drier skin. So I'm excited to kind of see how this looks on my skin. So we're going to go in with a sponge on this side, and then we'll do a brush on the other side. So I just have one pump on the back of my hand. Thank God there's no smell in this. Yeah, like I said, the shade is just slightly off, but I don't think it's too bad. So if you're close to my skin tone, maybe go up one shade. Like I said, this is 70 Warm Shell. I have a little bit of a tan from just laying in the sun, and it's still a little bit dark, so I would say go up a shade or down a shade or whatever, however you say that. It feels nice on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey like some matte foundations, and I would say so far the coverage is medium. I'm thinking maybe with a brush on the other side, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll get closer to full coverage. So far, I actually really like the way that this looks. It's actually doing a really good amount to blur my pores. Let me see if I can kind of scooch you in and show you. It looks really pretty on my skin, and I have, like I said, I have dry skin, so I typically avoid matte foundations, but so far, I actually really love the way that this looks. Okay, so this is one pump, so you can kind of compare the coverage difference. Took away all my redness. It's actually doing a pretty good job covering my under eyes even. You know, the shade, not perfect, I mentioned that already, but I even have, here I can point it out, I have a little blemish right here, and it did a pretty good job covering that. I have some redness in here. I'm really impressed with the way my pore area looks so far. It is super blurred out, and I know that that's not from the primer because I could, you know what, here, you can see this side has the primer, and you can see all of my pores and texture in here just fine. Like, that primer is not doing anything to blur and smoothen pores, but this foundation is doing a pretty good job. You can tell I missed a spot on my nose. All right, I am a fan so far. Like I said with the other stuff, I will kind of do a wear test and update you guys in the description box or something on, you know, how it wears, but so far it looks great. Let's see what it looks like with a brush. Definitely higher coverage, I can tell already. If you want to build this up, I would definitely recommend going in with a brush. But it looks great. It's a beautiful foundation, and it only cost me a few dollars, so I'm really impressed. I will say it's already dried down, like to the touch. It's not tacky or wet, even from a few seconds ago, so I have high hopes that this is a long-lasting foundation like it claims. So far, it feels like it really could be. Okay, yeah, that looks great. Here's my full face. Sponge, brush, both look really pretty. I think it is letting a little bit of my glow from that serum that we use, the watermelon one, come through just ever so slightly, like kind of right here in the T-zone and right here underneath my eyes. I can still see just the tiniest amount of glow from that primer. So if you're looking for something to really mattify you, like if you have oily skin, I don't know that this would do that, just because I can tell it didn't take down all the oil that even I had. But if you're looking for a matte foundation that kind of lets your skin show through, this looks really, really pretty so far. All right, so for concealer, we have basically the same thing as the foundation. It's the Keep Me Covered Concealer with aloe vera. They say it's vegan, medium buildable coverage, creamy texture. Yeah, once again, no like instructions or anything. So we're just gonna go in. I have the shade 40 Shell. It's very lightweight. It reminds me of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, where it's like super, super lightweight. Like you almost don't feel like you're wearing concealer. Because of that, I'm not getting a crazy amount of coverage, but it's still pretty. I would definitely say it's like light medium coverage, not anything crazy high coverage. After I get this blended in, I'm gonna see if we can build it up at all. It looks pretty on the under eyes though, not cakey, it's not doing anything weird. So far it looks fine. I'm gonna kind of see if we can build it up just in this area where I have a little bit of darkness going on. I don't know. It's not really building up like coverage wise. It's not doing anything weird. Like it, you know, some products, when you try to build them up, they patch off or they just don't mesh well with itself, like when you build it up, and nothing like that is happening. I would just say it's not adding any more coverage. So while I don't think it looks bad, I don't think it's anything revolutionary coverage wise. If you're looking for like a really lightweight medium coverage concealer, I think it's good. If you like a little bit more of that opaque full coverage, this maybe isn't the one for you, but I think it looks pretty so far. It does feel very lightweight. Okay, for powder, I have the 16-Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. I've actually used this for a very long time. I have nothing but great things to say about this. It's a blurring, smoothing powder foundation. It adds just the right amount of coverage to my under eye. I've used this for a long time and I really like it. Let me just show you. I'll do one side and then we can kind of compare the difference. Okay, so obviously I just powdered this side. You can see how it covered that little bit of darkness that was left on my under eye, really blurred out my pore area, took down that glow, and then this is the side without the powder. So you can still see a little bit of that darkness. You can see a little bit of the glow here from my nose. Here's the difference. Super nice. I am overall so happy already. We have a few more products to try. Obviously, we're not done, but I'm blown away by the quality of this makeup so far. Like, I'm really happy with the way my foundation and my base looks. My powder looks good. My eyebrows look good. My mascara obviously looks good. Like, I knew that was gonna look good, but the eyeshadow is beautiful. I'm so happily surprised. I mean, I have very good things to say about everything we've tried so far, which I did not expect, to be honest, because everything was so affordable. I was expecting some flops, and so far we really haven't had that, so I'm excited. Let's jump into bronzer. I have this little tiny thing. It's Baby Got Bronze. It's a little stick bronzer. You just kind of screw the top up, and that is it right there. This is a very, let me show you up close, wide or large surface area for a bronzer. Normally with the stick bronzers, it's much like it's thinner, I guess, or less surface area, so you can be more precise when you draw the line. So this is very thick, so I think instead of like going straight onto my cheek, I'm going to use my brush and kind of apply to the brush and then go onto my cheek. It does look like it's a nice tone just from kind of staring at it here, but let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, okay. It is a bronzer, it's not a contour, so it's not supposed to be super cool tone, but I will say it doesn't look too warm tone. It's kind of a nice like middle ground. The only thing so far I've noticed about it is it's drier. It's not like a really creamy consistency where it's easy to blend. Like, I feel like I'm having to work at it a little bit more to blend it in. And I want to say one thing again about this watermelon primer. I can smell it when I'm doing the rest of my makeup. Like when I was putting my sponge on with my foundation, and even now when I'm blending bronzer on, it's like when I'm doing that, I'm picking up the scent from my primer, and I keep getting whiffs of it, and it's driving me insane. Like, it's not a great watermelon scent. It's very, very cheap artificial watermelon smelling. Like I said, like lip smackers, but times 10. So, okay, let's go in with highlighter first, and then, yeah, let's do highlighter first, and then we'll do blush. So I have the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in 10 being my highlight. It's a baked powder formula. I'm going to use my, I think this is, yeah, Real Techniques highlighter brush here. We'll just kind of apply to one side and see what we're working with. Okay, there we go. Yeah, wow. It is a beautiful highlight without being like over the top blinding highlight, which I actually don't like when they're over the top blinding. This is a really pretty highlight, like for what I like, when I want it to look glowy, but I don't want it to look over the top and too shimmery. Like I kind of want it to look almost lit from within, and this really gives that vibe. So you can see just how nice that highlighter looks on my cheek when the light catches it. It just kind of gives that like really like healthy glowy skin appearance. This is really pretty. I think like you just can't mess this up. I'm like swirling in here, really building it up just to see if I can get it to look bad, and I can't. So I can see why this has all the hype that it does. It looks beautiful on the skin. Okay, love it. That looks really pretty. I think that this would be something fun to like throw in your bag too for when you're traveling. Like if you don't want to put on eyeshadow one day, this would be pretty just brushed all over your eyelid. I'm gonna actually put it on under my eyebrow right now as a little like brow highlight. Yeah, this is stunning. Okay, wow, everything is working out so well. Okay, we're gonna go on to blush. I have kind of an odd one, and I literally bought this because the packaging was so fun. So this is a color changing blush, and it's called The Pink is the New Black Color Changing Cheek Balm. So it's in this little like gemstone packaging, and then when you open it up, it's like a little wheel thing. So I think instead of going like this on my cheek, I'm gonna try applying it with a brush. I don't know that that's gonna work because it's color changing, and I think usually it needs the heat from your skin to change. I don't know, we're gonna just see. I don't really want to roll this on. I feel like it has potential to mess up my foundation underneath, so let's just see. In here, it looks, well, it's got brush hairs on it just now, but it looks like purpley. So let's see, hopefully when it goes on my cheek, it's not that purple. Oh yeah, okay, no, it works just fine with the brush. So it's this really pretty pink shade, actually, once it goes on your cheek. It's looking really pretty over top that highlighter. Like it's giving a really nice, just glowy, healthy cheek look. So I love that. And it feels very serum-y. It doesn't feel quite like a cream blush or like a liquid blush. It actually feels like if you mixed a liquid blush into one of your skincare serums and put it on, like that's what it feels like, and it feels super moisturizing. I really like it. I can't get over how beautiful it looks with that highlight underneath. It's giving just the nicest like healthy cheek glow. It looks really, really pretty with that highlight. Fun packaging. I know the color changing thing is like a little gimmicky, but it's fun. Like this was cool. I like the packaging. It's nice and tiny actually. The color looks pretty. The texture of it is nice. Like nothing bad to say there. Okay. Wow. Exciting. We're gonna go in with setting spray real quick. So I have the Fix and Last 18-hour makeup fixing spray. Instant mattifying effect, waterproof. It does say oil and alcohol free. They say suitable for all skin types. Make your makeup last 18 hours. Okay, the mister isn't bad. It feels really good. It is more concentrated than like some where it's a really fine mist, but it's nothing too crazy. Feels good. It smells nice. I will say my skin is looking even more glowy now than it was before. So We'll have to see. Maybe after a few minutes it will mattify, but as of right now, it's doing nothing to mattify. I almost feel like I need to completely repowder my T-zone. It's added so much glow to my face, but I'm gonna let it dry. We're gonna do lips real quick, and then we'll see if it maybe mattifies after a few minutes. So I'm not sure so far. Okay, we have a few lip products to talk about. So the first one I'm going to mention is the What the Fake Extreme Plumping Lip Filler with Chili Extract. They also say it has vitamin E and hyaluronic acid in it. I love this stuff. I have been using this for a long time. It's got this kind of nice, just like reddish pinky shade. Let me put it on the back of my hand here for you. So it's mostly sheer, but it does add like that very minimal kind of pinkish red to the lips. You have to really like lip plumping things to enjoy this. It is true when they say extreme lip plumping. I don't know that it does much to like actually make my lips look plump and juicy, but it has that really strong tingle to it because of the chili extract in here. It can burn a little bit. So if you're not into that, definitely skip this. If you don't mind that and you like that tingly feeling, I do. So if you like that tingly feeling, I think you'd really enjoy this. It looks good on the lips and it's only a few dollars. The other lip product that I have that I've been using for a long time is their semi-matte lipstick in this little tube with a gold and white packaging. It's actually really pretty. I have the shade 03 Bold. It's just kind of this nice, like, neutrally middle of the road lipstick. And then I got two new lip products. I got the Soft and Precise lip pencil in the shade 05 Legendary. So this is your basic sharpenable lip pencil, and it's kind of a very neutral shade. I wanted something that would be pretty close to my natural lip color, just so I could wear it under various glosses and stuff. And then I got the color changing Pink is the New Black lip tint. So this goes with the blush. They're like the same kind of idea, and they're actually the same color in the tube. So I'm not sure if it's gonna match the blush or what, but this is what it looks like in the tube. It's this deep, deep purple. And it's grape scented. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were younger, you would go to the book fair and there would be these pencil, or maybe they were erasers, like eraser toppers or something. Yeah, that you would put on your pencil and they smelled like grape. I'm gonna just swatch this on the back of my hand. I'm worried that if it's a bright pink like the blush, it's not going to go well with this eye look. So we might not be using it today. So let's just see. Yeah, okay, it's really pretty, and it is pretty. I don't think it's gonna go well with this eye look that we have today, so I'm gonna save this for a future video or something, and we'll try it out. But for today, I'm gonna use the lip liner. I'll show you this lipstick, and then maybe we'll put the gloss over top just for fun. Out pretty well. We had a few misses, a few things that are like meh, but nothing that was like so terrible, and the makeup look, like the final look, still came out really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly had a lot of fun making this. I'm really surprised that all these affordable products were as good as they were. I really am gonna aim on this channel to do a lot of things of this style where the main focus is affordable products, drugstore products, dupes, that kind of thing, because that's what I like, that's what I buy, that's what I tend to watch videos of. You know, every now and then it's great to buy things at Sephora. It's fun to splurge on the nice products, but in my everyday life, I like things that are not crazy expensive, that are good, and those exist at the drugstore. There's tons of options as far as that kind of things go. So I'm going to aim as much as possible to do that kind of thing on this channel. So if that's what you're into, I hope that you'll subscribe and stick around. We have a lot more coming up soon as far as drugstore makeup. So this has been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.